Today, we are talking about the questions you must ask yourself if you actually want to achieve your dreams in this life. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about why this check-in is so important. Why do we need to ask ourselves these questions on a regular basis? And here's why. For most of us, if we don't check in with ourselves, this is when we wake up one day, suddenly thinking, whoa, how did I get here? We believe that we're following the path that we truly want, and then all of a sudden we wake up one day and we realize we're not happy. This isn't what I really wanted. Is this all there is? Sometimes we go after something. We want a job, we want a career, we want to have kids, we want to buy a house, we want to build a house, we want to, whatever it is that we think we want to do, and then we just go off chasing that. And sometimes we achieve that. But then once you achieve that, you got to start thinking, okay, well, what next? Is there anything else that I want now? What is next in this life? Because if we don't continue to check in, if we don't continue to, make sure that we are doing really what we want next in life, then we enter into a life of complacency, where things are just fine. They're not amazing, but they're fine. And you just start trucking along in life. And 10 years go by, 15 years go by. And all of a sudden you think, what have I really done with my life? And what about all those dreams I had to build a business, go back to school, find a partner, travel, whatever those dreams were? All of a sudden you're sitting there going, well, I did that one thing and then I just kind of sat there and stuck with it. And here I am today. And when it has been so long that we are in that we've been in that space, the longer we are in a complacent state, the more difficult it feels to get out. Now, I'm not saying it is more difficult to get out, but I'm saying it feels more difficult to get out. It's like you've created a rut in the road with your tires. You've been doing the same thing day after day, year after year, just doing your thing. Everything's the same or similar, and you just keep going. And when you wake up 10, 15 years later, those grooves that you've created in the road are very deep, and it feels difficult to get out of them. Whereas if you continuously check in with yourself, you can make small little turns, moves, and you never actually get stuck in that same rut. So the more you check in with yourself, the more able you are and the more easy it feels to alter your course slightly. Right? With my clients and my students, I always talk about the roadmap, driving the roadmap of life. And how do we create this roadmap? Right? And then we start to remove the mental blockages that come out, as we try to get to our dreams, and we think maybe we're going to fail and maybe we can't do it. And maybe this, and maybe that, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I'm crazy. But we remove those from the road. But first we have to realize that we are in control of where we go on the road. We need to be in the driver's seat of our life. We could be in the passenger seat, but then you're not in control of how your life goes and what you do in this life, how you feel in this life. So I encourage everyone to get in the driver's seat and steer clear of complacency by continuously checking in with yourself every few months.